Good day. My name is Anusha Kishore, and I'm going to be discussing my practicum experience through the Grenada Red Cross. So I actually chose GRCS after changing my mind because I initially wanted to do an in-person experience in Florida, which is where I live. And after changing my mind and considering wanting a brand new experience, not something that I had already had integrated into my life, and not having to be in the mindset of an underlying agenda and just enjoying my normal community involvement, I saw an announcement for GRCS as an opportunity. I reached out to Miss Samantha Dixon and we discussed areas of need and kind of what my role would be as an intern. And I found that it was actually very fitting for what I wanted to do. I definitely had to adapt to the idea of doing something virtual versus in person because that was not ideal for me. But I knew that I felt like I could contribute to GRCS's needs, even being virtual. So we specifically discussed four areas that needed some help, five areas actually. So there was community development, engagement, health and wellness, disaster management, fundraising, and communications, and research and development. So I chose health and wellness, community development and engagement, and research and development. And within that, I ended up choosing four deliverables to address those areas. And those four things were a needs assessment survey, a blood donor recruitment campaign, a healthy lifestyle campaign, and youth engagement program calendar of events specifically. Those were my deliverables. So within that, after talking to Ms. Dixon, I realized this was something that I definitely wanted to contribute to because I knew that I would have a role in creating opportunities to educate the community. And I think that's something that I am very passionate about. So having that opportunity through GRCS was very appealing. And that was a really big thing that I wanted to jump on that opportunity. So with that, I made my decision to move forward. I chose those four deliverables and then my final presentation, which was a PowerPoint of kind of the entire experience. That was another deliverable. Um, I did find that the biggest challenge in this experience was just communication. GRCS is volunteer based. Everybody within GRCS, they have their own lives outside, they work full-time jobs. So kind of being able to schedule meetings and follow-ups and really get that feedback that I was needing was kind of a challenge. I definitely feel like I overcame that challenge just by making accommodations myself and kind of choosing to take initiative and just work on something, create my deliverable, create my ideas, I guess, and send it out and just wait for the response rather than kind of waiting for the green light to move forward. So I started out with the latter and then I changed it to just saying, well, I only have so much time. So I kind of overcame that with just taking it in my own hands and knowing that the intentions were to create something that would benefit GRCS, and in time I would get that feedback. And that's exactly what happened. So I do think that that challenge was overcome. The only other thing was just knowing that I had limitations being virtual, and that was something I couldn't do anything about. So there was really no overcoming in that sense, but it was something that I knew going into this practicum experience. So based on my experience, I think this internship experience has really emphasized my desire to use my role as a physician and a public health professional to work in a global health perspective. So the goal is to really utilize an understanding of different communities and different countries and just a cultural experience to really integrate all of those things together and create opportunities to educate and really create opportunities for growth within different countries. So as a physician and specifically in surgery, that's something that I already have an interest in, global health and global surgery. So really meshing the two fields together, I think they just are very, very complementary. So I am also going to use this experience to impact the organization that I initially wanted to do my practicum with, because that's a nonprofit that I already am involved in. But now, without having the underlying agenda of school credit, I can utilize my experience through this practicum to help them with their areas of need. So I really enjoyed my experience, and I just want to thank Ms. Dixon and Ms. Paulette through the Youth Engagement Program through GRCS and all of SGU staff for a really great experience through the practicum, but through this MPH program as a whole. I think I really learned a lot, and it's really strengthened my desire to pursue public health as a physician and really integrate those two roles. So thank you very much.